What's up everyone, welcome back to the Durbin Compound. If you haven't met me already, my name is Devin Durbin. So today what we're doing is we've got the Milwaukee PACKOUT. Whether you have a slim or a large organizer, it's a pain in the butt to actually get 4 compartments out of 1 on these. They only are available if you only have 1 slat to divide the container or one of the things in the middle into 2 spots. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you a quick, down dirty, easy way to change these little trays into a 4 section for small terminals, things like that. So stay tuned, let's get started. Okay, if you're anything like me, these organizers just being divided into 2 sections is just not enough. So you get something like this where you have small blue terminals, small red terminals. Maybe you want to make 1 spade, one round terminal lugs, vice versa. However you want to do it, you would love to put another piece in here and have a 4 section tray to one of these packouts. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to take 2 of these. What we're going to do is we're going to mark them about halfway up. I'm going to cut basically 1 out from the top, 1 out from the bottom with the Dremel, and then we're going to slide them together. I'll show you what I mean by that right now. So usually your PACKOUT comes with multiple dividers like this, so you have plenty to spare if you would like. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a Sharpie here, and we're going to mark about halfway up here on this guy. So we want to take about this much material off here. Now vice versa, we want to take about this much material off of here. So what that will do for us is that will allow this to slide down into this. So if you see the lines, it will slide down about halfway. Now you don't need to be 100% precise on this, because if you leave a gap, we're going to epoxy the 2 together, and that will allow it to basically fill any void that you might have. So basically once we get done, we'll lay them flat on the bench, and then we'll epoxy glue the top of them, maybe even the whole side of them. I don't know what we're going to do at this point, but I'm just going to cut these, and then we'll slip them together and test fit them until they're perfect. So let me get the Dremel out. Of course the furnace starts up right now, so let's put this on pause. And we are back. Alright, so now I've chucked in a Dremel Easy Lock plastic carbide bit, or whatever you want to call it, cut-off wheel. All I'm going to do is literally hold this. I'll try to hold it without cutting myself, but I'm going to hold it in my hand like this and cut into it. Try to be as straight as possible. Alright, so there's one cut. That plastic cutoff wheel is awesome. It truly rocks. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and cut that out of there. Alright, so I've cut one piece like that, and let's cut the other one here. Alright, I found when cutting plastic with that thing, if you keep it at a slow speed, it'll barely melt your plastic, so you're not dealing with a bunch of lumped up plastic. But, alright, there is, alright, I'm going to have to do just a little bit more on this one here. Alright, that should be it. So now, we'll boom, just like that. Alright, let's see how it fits in our tray. Alright, and let's go ahead and boom! Now we have 4 sections. Okay, so now you do not have to, you really don't have to epoxy this if you don't want to. It's easy to pick this one up out of the other one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dab a little bit of epoxy right there on the top so it stays in there 100%, and for whatever reason, if you were to dump it out or something, and or whatever you might do, and it comes up. It's a pain in the butt to, you know, you have other terminals going underneath your tray here. So I'm gonna put a little dab of epoxy right there on top. All right guys, I hope you liked the quick, short, down and dirty video on how to make these into a compartment of 4. If you like my video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel if you find a value in my content. And as always, we'll see you guys next video, and maybe then I won't trip all over my words.